जय जिनेन्द्र, आई एम जस्ट
जैसे
स्टार्टिंग दिस द क्लास इन अ मोमेंट. ओके, मैं अभी लाइव कर रहा हूँ. So this one, it is our first class for uh, छेठाला लेवल 3. तो आज हम लोग रिवीजन करेंगे. वी आर जस्ट डूइंग रिवीजन फॉर द व्हाट वी हैव लर्न सो फार इन अ टाल 1, then the tal 2. And however, this has been designed in a such a way, first two sessions will be tal 1, another two sessions will be tal 2, and then after onwards ones we can start from the tal 3, right? So छह ढाला तो अपना अभी टच छूट गया है, इसीलिए वापस से एक बार रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. ठीक है. और दूसरा है कि about our stop this, right? So uh, how about what are your convenient times, so that's where we can move at the stop this.
Saturday will be okay. Saturday evenings.
अच्छा. हाँ हाँ हाँ. सैटरडे इवनिंग. हर बार तो देखते हैं. चलो अभी तो सैटरडे इवनिंग करते हैं, जहाँ जहाँ पे भी
आपको जैसा इनकन्वीनियंट हो
डिफिकल्टीज
उस हिसाब से.
होगी. हम्म, तो हम लोग ढाल 1 में से. ओके, आई विल ओपन फ्राइडे. ओके, तो फ्राइडे इवनिंग यानी कि फ्राइडे लेट में आपको नहीं होगा, राइट? या यू कैन नॉट ज्वाइन. नो वरीज, सो
I
लेट्स
can
विल.
join Friday evening. Can also I can join also. Evenings में कोई
नहीं
दिक्कत नहीं
नहीं,
आफ्टर 7.
no no, he's not talking about your evening, he's talking about his evening.
अच्छा हाँ अच्छा तो मेरी मॉर्निंग हो जाती है. नहीं नहीं फिर नहीं.
चलिए, तो हैनित, डू यू नो मंगलाचरण ऑफ चेठाला? हैनित, you can turn on your camera and let's we can start it.
Because like I'm on a monitor, I don't have a webcam.
Oh, no, no, not a problem. So if you're more not in a webcam one, so that's fine. But do you know the Mangalacharana of Chetala? So let's we can start it, right? Our our first Mangalacharan is which one? Namokar Mahamantra. And then after we are also reciting a Mangalacharan of Chetala. Let me share my screen with you all. ठीक है, so this will be our first Mangalacharan, and then after we do this one. Okay. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Sitanam, Namo Ayariyanam, Namo Vachayanam, Namo Loe Savasahunam. Eso Pancharamokkaro Savapavapanasano Mangalanan cha Sauvesim Padmam Havai Mangalam. तीन भुवन में सार वीतराग विज्ञानता शिव स्वरूप शिव का नमः त्रियोग संहारी के. Okay, so however, because it's a revision, I would usually prefer to go through the slides, pretty quick one, so we won't miss any of those the concepts, right? So this one is means what exactly we want in our life, right? Why we are thinking in our life, because that is what we live. We have a certain set of the time we have, particular one, right? So that is how we define our goal into our particular set of that the time. And we don't know how much the time you have, but we know that how much that minimum time we have and what is the maximum time we have, right? So what's the anyway, if you are in my class, so you already passed at the minimum time, and now what's the maximum time you have? Maximum is 100 year of your life, right? Or if you go beyond 120, that is the highest limit for us in this the present age. So that is one, and we believe that. And what is the average life expectancy? Nikita, please keep the turn on your camera, and Arnav and Hanit, whoever can be, because that's where I would understand, right? Whether you understand this the concept or not. So what would be our average expectancy of the life? Who can tell us? Arnav, what do you think about what would be our average one?
Around 75.
Around 70, 75, right? Mhm. And we already know about the stages of the life, right? And at the beginning stage, we have full of energy. We have a highest capacity for learning, understanding, exploring. As our time passes, what would be happen to that curve? Whether that the curve increasing or that curve starts diminishing. Arnav, Hanit? What would be happen to that curve? जो हमें सीखने की ताकत होती है, समझने की, एक्सप्लोर करने की, विद द टाइम पासेस, वो इंक्रीज होती जाती है कि कम होती जाती है?
It
याद
starts reducing.
रखने की, reducing it, right? It start reducing it. So what is the best time? Best time now at your age. Whenever you do start early, that is the best time. Okay, तो हमेरे में, because this is only 12+1, so हमेरे में जो अपनी मैच्योरिटी आ जाती है ना, वो 8 साल में आ जाती है. Once we are become an 8 year and old, now we are capable to understand all concept of Jainism, everything. Okay, so उसके लिए minimum requirement है 8 years your age, and you already crossed that the age limit. You already older than the 8, correct? सही है ना? ठीक है. तो हम ये सब कुछ एक्वायर करके क्या चाहते हैं? What we want? We want happiness and a freedom, right? So that is the very basic things for whatever we want to achieve. Ultimately, what we want to achieve in our life? Freedom and happiness, right? But we believe that power will bring me a freedom. Okay, fame will bring me a happiness. Okay, health is bringing me a happiness and freedom both, right? So we are just thinking about all those are the different ways. And in this one, we are understanding where the actually true happiness is lying and where the true freedom is lying. Okay, so we can start. So this one are a very basic one because we have so many slides. I'm going pretty fast into this one. right? So, you know that these people are think about that the successes, and those are the all successful people. And in a life, we also want to be a successful, right? But what is our definition of success? Or no, what would be our definition of the success?
Um, to be when you're happy, like
Yeah, very good. To be happy and free. If we are happy and free, we achieve our success, right? It is not any monetary things, it is not any educational things, it is not any family things, it is not any social things, right? It is not for the inward things or next birth things, correct? Right? So we should be very clear about what is definitions for me about the success. These people make their own definitions of the success and they become a success. How they become a success? Because we have a hint inside, we are a powerhouse, okay? We have that kind of the power. What we perceive, we can achieve it. Hmm? But for that one, our vision is supposed to be very clear, right? And what is our vision? Happiness and freedom. Right now we are focusing, that is our vision. And how we going to achieve it? Let's will understand where we believe that my happiness is coming from, but actually it's coming from that one. So we can starting with this the next slide. Okay. You know that here one, this they are talking about what actually bothering us. What is bothering us? बताओ हैनी. Nikita, Arnav, Purviji, anyone. Okay, Richaji, anyone. And where is Garv?
गर्व है मतलब homework today. That's why he will come next with the next class.
Okay, ठीक है क्योंकि ये शुरू ही हो रहा है तो he would enjoy, but that's fine.
हाँ,
चलिए.
मैं उसको फॉरवर्ड कर दूंगी ये वाला, तो वो समझ पाएगा.
सही है.
हाँ, तो हमें वही एक डर और एक चिंताएं रहती है, और एंजाइटी, ये जो आपने लिखा है एंजाइटी.
हम्म. ये एंजाइटी क्यों रहती पता है कि जब हम अचीव नहीं कर पा रहे हैं ना, या तो हमें सही, whenever we don't know the true path, right? How to achieve it. On that time, what would be happened? Because each and every moment we are just passing our time has been passing, and you know that we have first things we have learned, okay, what we want to do in our life, and the life has a limited time, correct? As soon as those the time has been passing, what would be happening? You know that our anxiety is increasing, our stress level is increasing, because then after less and less remaining time we have to achieve our goal, correct? And for that one, whatever we are doing, we may be lost in our businesses or we lose our health, okay, shelters, everything, and that increasing our worries, fears, insecurity. Why? Because we don't know where the true happiness is lying on. सही है ना? तो अब हम शुरू करते हैं कि these books they mention their goal, or is books, whatever we are learning in these books, where the actual true happiness is lying and where I am getting a true freedom. What it means that the true freedom means and how I will achieve it. Okay, so objective of this the Chetala book is, Nikita, tell me what is the objective of our study or this book Chetala?
To know what is true happiness.
Okay, to know what is the true happiness and true freedom and achieve true happiness and freedom. That is the objective, right? Okay, so we can starting it. So Chetala, this the books is been written into this the 6 chapters, and it has a progressions of those the chapters from one to the last one. Whenever we reaching up the last on that time, what we have at least we have a knowledge of what is the true happiness and true freedom. And if we are practicing, we can achieve it as well. Okay. And how much we can achieve it? At least we can start it, beginning it. And then after it's up to us. Right? Why I am telling it to you is up to us, is up to me. कौन बताएगा? Hani?
It's because like you yourself have to like achieve moksha and everything. You alone have to do stuff.
Yes,
And nobody
yes,
will always be there with you.
yes. But there is also another reason. We are in a special time frame. It's called Hunda Ausarpini. Okay. And into this the Hunda Ausarpini, that is not the this is not a regular part of those the time cycle. और इसमें कई चमत्कार होते हैं. Usually people attend a moksha only in a 4th one, right? In a 4th era. Or other we can look in other side one, then it will be in a 3rd era. अगर ये उत्सर्पिणी अवसर्पिणी में तो तीसरे काल में होगा और अवसर्पिणी में चौथे काल में होगा. So अवसर्पिणी में it is in a 4th era, but into this the 5th era we have seen that even Gautam Swami attended moksha in a 5th era. From the Gautam Swami to, that means so many people has attended moksha in a 5th era, right? Yes, it is in a beginning one. That's fine. It means that in this time, if we do, तो हम क्या बोलेंगे कि भाई 2500 साल तक भी मोक्ष जा सकते थे, right? In a future one, ठीक है ना? So it's up to me. यहाँ पे अभी रिस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं है, हमें नहीं पता कितना रिस्ट्रिक्शंस है, पर अभी जिस हिसाब से हमने देखा उस हिसाब से तो रिस्ट्रिक्शंस नहीं दिख रहा है. ठीक है. Second thing, we still have essence of that the knowledge whatever Bhagwan Mahavir has given. Okay, we still have that the path, and that the path, that knowledge, okay, their ways and everything still written in this kind of the small books. If we study it, we follow it, we can do it. और अगर आप में से जैसे अर्णव मोक्ष चाहेगा, तो उसके बाद अगर मैं रहूंगा तो मैं बोलूंगा कि भाई हाँ, कि महावीर भगवान के निर्वाण के बाद 2600 years तक भी मोक्ष जाया जा सकता था. ठीक है ना? So it means that whatever the opportunity we have, we need to encash it. ठीक है? So वो हम कैसे learn करेंगे? So we have a 6 chapters. We are going a little bit more speedway. Okay. So how? Okay. So this one is introductions of this, the how all those the agams are come to us. What are the cycles we have already learned in each cycles one. So I can simply, if I'm going through this one up, so in a time cycles, there are time cycles is a one cycle is a 20 crore kodi 20 crore kodi sagaropam year. Okay, because its time is always been measuring in a year or in that kind of. So that's one. And into that one, the 10 crore sagar is a half cycle that we can call Utsarpini. Utsarpini means a progression of the time. It start gradually going better way. And then the Ausarpini, it will be gradually reducing into this worse. And ultimately that the time cycles will be over. What would be happen? There is a mass destructions would be happening. Very few people will be stay alive and they can start again a new time cycle. This is the cycles it's been performing every time. So if we are in an Utsarpini, means in an regressions, that the decreasing of those are the worsen time one, that and regressions part of those one up there. On that time at a fourth era, we would have a 24 Tirthankars. And what Tirthankars will do? They preach us, they teach us, they show us the way how we can attain what? Happiness and liberations. Right? And how they are doing? They are doing not only preaching us, but they are also practicing the same, and they also attain same thing, a freedom with the full happiness. Okay. And through those one, whatever they give us and those the knowledge is been passing through. So that's why it's called agam. Agam means आगे से चली आती, which is coming from आगे से, जो आगे से में फॉरवर्ड होके आ रही है परंपरा से, lineage में. ठीक है. और उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? We call them a जिनवाणी, because it's given by जिनेंद्र भगवान. और उसी जिनवाणी को रीड करके पंडित दौलत राम जी ने ये 6 ढाला बनाई. और ये 6 ढाला के अंदर 6 चैप्टर्स है. ठीक है. So how this the chapters is been divided? So the very first chapter is they are talking about the suffering. ठीक है. तो हमें सबसे पहले हैप्पीनेस चाहिए, तो हमें क्या डिसाइड करना पड़ेगा कि मैं सफर कर रहा हूं. अगर मैं हैप्पी हूं, so then this book is not for you, क्योंकि आप खुद ही हैप्पी हो, तो फिर हैप्पीनेस की आपको जरूरत ही नहीं है. If you think that you are free, then this book is also not for you, because you are free. You don't require a knowledge from this book. But if you feel that you have any kind of those the pain, suffering, yes, now this book is related to you. If you feel that, that means you are not free, you have a certain kind of the bondages or any kind of those the bondages, yes, then this book will help you. Okay. So in a chapter first one, the establishment of the sufferings, this kind of the sufferings we have. Chapter 2, what are the causes for the suffering? Why we still suffering? Chapter 3, okay. And from the chapter 3, what is the path of the liberations? When the true happiness will come from? Okay. Then the chapter 4, what is the right knowledge? Right? We have understand, and now we want to understand what would be a right knowledge and right conduct. Why the right conduct is matter? Because you're supposed to be in a path, you're supposed to be follow. And how you know that you are following it? By your conduct, right? Your outer behavior will show you whether you are doing things right or wrong. So that will be covered under chapter 4. Chapter 5, it's a Bhara Bhavna. Okay, so these are the 12 contemplations. Why it is helping it out to you? Because the main reason for the suffering is attachment, and this the Bara Bhavana is pushing a feeling towards the non-attachment things. Okay, and once they push it, and then after the chapter 6 is a Shakal Charitra. You become a Muni Bhagwan, and you perform all those activities that is been only those activities that is been required for your true happiness and true freedom. So that is how the chapters are divided. ठीक है. So I am leaving all those dialogues, and I'm concentrating on to our main stanzas. Explaining you those the words. Okay, so far wherever if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself and ask me immediately, because now our cycle will be running pretty fast because I has a bigger task to complete this the DAL 1 into only 2 sessions in a 2 hour, right? For that one, we have how much the time we have spent? We have spent almost a 1 year into each DAL. Okay, so 1 year of your efforts needs to sum up and close it into just the 2 hours. So what we'll do, we'll just take those the stanzas and go in pretty fast. So, and I want you recite this the stanzas with me or after me. At least that things we can do it, right? तीन भुवन में सा वीतराग विज्ञानता शिव स्वरूप शिवकार नमः त्रियोग samharike. Now you can please recite it at least into this one. All together, unmute yourself. We'll do all together, right? Teen, please unmute yourself. Everyone, Nikita, Arnav, Hani, Purviji, Richaji, all one. Okay, let's recite together. तीन भुवन में सार
वीतराग विज्ञानता
शिव स्वरूप शिव का
का नमः त्रियोग
संहारिके.
के. So in this one, they mentioned that there are the 3 realms, Tin Bhuvan, and in the essence of in entire 3 realms is Vitrag and Vijanta, detachment and complete knowledge or omniscience. And through this one, what we are achieving, Shiva Swarup, शिव यानी कि पूर्ण सुख आनंद रूप. ओके, और शिवकार उसी में लीन होना, और वो जहां पे है उनको नमहु आई बो डाउन त्रियोग. ओके, बाय माइंड, by the oneness of mind, body and speech, right? उसको मैं concentrate करके I bow down it. That is the meaning of first stanza. And we already know about those are the 3 loks. Okay, so Urdhva lok having all those the heavens, and Siddha Sila, where ultimately once we attend a moksha, this is our residence where we're going to be residing in a Siddha Sila, in a future one. We all, definitely, not today, but tomorrow, sometimes in a future one, will be there. Okay, so this is our path, right? We're supposed to know what is our path, how we are wandering, where we can go. Okay, and if we are not following, then where we would be? Either we would be in a center one, or we would be in a lower portions of the law. What are the lower portions? All are hell. And where is in a very bottom one? There are the Nigodhya Jews. But all Nigodhya Jews are entirely spread into the whole 3 realms, right? There is not a single space there where the Nigodhya Jews are not residing it. And they are in a highly abundant ones. And we are so lucky that we enter into this Trasnadi. You are seeing that the center one, right? It's called a Trasnadi. And once we enter it, maximum time we are getting it is a 2000 sagar. If we properly utilize our time and we attend a moksha during that time one, fine. If we cannot, we'll be thrown out into this the nigos, and then after we don't know when we will be getting a chance again, because over there is a huge competition, huge competitions, unbelievable. There are so many lives outside over there. They never yet get a chance to come into this the thrust nadi. Okay, they're also competing with us. And what are the time windows to enter those one up? Every 6 months, and 3 समय में 608, only 608 souls can enter into it. ठीक है, 608 ही जीव इसमें आएंगे, उसके अलावा कोई नहीं आएंगे, क्योंकि 608 जीव मोक्ष चाहेंगे। तो ये कौन से होंगे? तो ये वाले सारे निगोदिया होंगे। उसके लिए सिंपल कॉमन वर्ड निगोद। ओके, कौन से निगोद? दोनों रहेंगे, नित्य निगोद और इतर निगोद, दोनों का मिक्सिंग होगा 608 में। ठीक है, देन आफ्टर we already understand about the cycles, right? So what is the cycles? Cycle has two things, rag and dresh. Those are constantly happening within us. Rag क्या करता है? What the rag is doing? Arnav? Rag क्या करेगा?
It attaches.
Is attached karma, karmic bondage, right? हमें कर्म से बांधेगा। निकेता, द्वेष क्या करेगा?
It will you will get away.
What?
It's the opposite of rag.
Yeah, it's opposite of राग, पर वो क्या करता है? जैसे राग है ना, वो कर्म को अटैच करता है, right? They are attaching a karma with our soul. द्वेष क्या करता है?
Detaches karma.
Detach? No, it's also attach a karma. ठीक है, राग और द्वेष से हम क्या करते हैं? We are attaching with the karma. Okay, so what we want to do? We don't want to do rag and dvesh. And after not doing rag and dvesh, what would be happen? We can detach from our karmic bondages. ठीक है? Okay, you already have this slides, so I'm not going into deep into this one up there. So we are just doing a revision. और रिवीजन में काफी शॉर्ट में जाएगा. If you are not understanding any of your concept, you can ask me and I can explain you much more better way. So next slide. We already understand what are the meaning of Shiv Swarup, so I'm not going into it. Then after the stanza first. जे त्रिभुवन में जीव अनंत, सुख चाहे दुख ते भयवंत, ताते दुख हारी सुखकार, कहे सीख गुरु करुणाधार. Let's we can recite all together, right? So Hani, Nikita, Arnav, let's. J त्रिभुवन में जीव अनंत, सुख चाहे दुख ते भयवंत, ताते दुख हारी सुखकारी, कहे सीख गुरु करुणाधार. Okay, so now all together. चलिए स्पीड से रीड करेंगे. If you putting into this the singing form, that's fine. If you not, that's fine. But let us read it, right? जे त्रिभुवन में जीव अनंत सुख चाहे दुख दे भयवंत ताते दुख हारी सुखकार कहे सीख गुरु करुणा तार. Okay, so J यानी कि which one? This one, right? J त्रिभुवन. We already understand about the three realms. में उसमें क्या है कि जीव जो है ना infinite है. There are the infinite souls. And what they want? Everyone want sukh, happiness. Okay? So everyone wants the sukh. और वो किससे fearful है? तो के दुख से, right? Suffering से. They all are fearful about the sufferings one. तो जो सुख चाहते हैं ना ताते उसको कि जो दुख से भयवंत है, ओके, हु आर fearful from the suffering, उसी के लिए ताते दुखारी, fearful को fearless करने के लिए एंड हैप्पीनेस को लाने के लिए, सुखकार को कहे, क्या कहते हैं? ओके, दे आर प्रीचिंग अस, दे आर शोइंग यू, दे आर टेलिंग यू. कौन? गुरु. कैसे कहते हैं? सीख देके, लेसन देके कहते हैं. और विथ वेरी कंपनसेशंस होल्ड इट इन देयर हार्ट, क्योंकि वो तुम्हारे दुख को समझते हैं, इसलिए वो वो क्या हार्ट में इतनी करुणा रखते हैं. ठीक है, तुम्हारे दुख को समझ के तुम्हें ये समझाते हैं. ये फर्स्ट स्टेंजा है. हम ओके, हाँ, तो यहाँ पे हैप्पीनेस का डेफिनेशंस दिखाया गया है कि वी हैव टू काइंड्स ऑफ, वी बिलीव दैट देयर आर द टू काइंड्स ऑफ द हैप्पीनेस. वन इज रिलेटेड विथ आवर फाइव सेंसेस, अनदर वन इज सेंसलेस. ओके, सेंस ही नहीं है फाइव में से कोई भी. सो वेयर इज द ट्रू हैप्पीनेस इज लाइंग? इटर्नल वन. देयर इज नो सेंसेस. Okay, but what we believe that where are those happiness is lying? With the senses one. Okay, external one. So there is a main, what we can say, a knowledge difference one, right? We don't know where the actual happiness is lying. That is a belief system difference ones. We don't know where the actual happiness is come from. We believe that because it's from those are the five senses, so that's why we believe that the happiness is coming from outside one, but actually happiness is internal, right? Because it's a feeling, it's not coming from the outside one. So then what would be happen if we think that we can receive all those happiness from the outer world, and when we cannot receiving it from the outer world, then we have a stress, we have a sorrow. Okay, we have all kind of those things come in a package one, right? And that package is called karma. वो पैकेज में आता है. ओके, और वो आता है तो फिर क्या करता है? वो वापस आपको दो चॉइस देता है, वापस आप उसी को चूज करते हो और वो आपको पनिश करता रहता है. सिंपल एज इट इज. ओके, इट्स नॉट पनिशिंग बाय देमसेल्फ बिकॉज यू सेज कि आ बेल मुझे मार, इसलिए वो आके तुमको परेशान करता है. ठीक है, राइट हनीत? Because you are inviting them. Okay, hey, I do not want to live in a peaceful life. Come and bring us all trouble that I cannot bear it. Okay, इतनी सारी ट्रबल है क्या और आप उसी में उलझे हो. So if you want to relieve from all those kind of those trouble, then what you need to do? So this is the way they're showing you. ताहि सुनो पवि मन थिर आन जो चाहो अपनो कल्याण, मोह महामद पियो अनादि, भूल आपको परमतवादी। ताही, अब सुनो। ताही मीन्स वो वाली बात मैं कहता हूँ कि जो तुम यहाँ पे सुनने आए हो। ओके, ताही सुनो, लिसन इट। भवी, हे भव्य जीव। Okay, why they are talking to you about the Bhavya one? Because only Bhavya can attend moksha. Abhavya cannot attend moksha. Okay, and as you are here, it means that, and you want to listen the path, and you want to follow that the path of the true happiness and true freedom one. It means that you are a Bhavya. Okay, so hai Bhavya Jeev. Now अपने माइंड को concentrate करके whatever is been teaching to you, just learn it, just listen it and practicing it. Okay, and अगर उससे क्या होगा कि जो चाहो अपनो कल्याण, if you want to be a well wisher for yourself, ठीक है, if you do not wish is good for yourself one, then leave this the class. Okay, अब शुरू करते हैं कहानी कि मोह महामद पियो अनादि, भूल आपको परमतवादी। ओ soul, okay, do not drink a liquor of moharu. Right, what do you mean by मोह? मोह का एक ही चीज है क्या, कि ये मुझे चाहिए, इससे मैं अपना बनाऊंगा और ये मेरा रहेगा। That is मोह. Right, Arnav? You understand what is the moh?
Basically like delusionish, delusion.
So moh is like a delusion, or we can say it is not a true vision. Right? Simple as it is. Okay, so उसको मत पियो, क्योंकि यही आपकी जो भूल है ना, वो आपको कब से है, अनादि काल से है। और this is the same mistake you are doing from the infinite past, infinite times. और how you can rectify it? भूल आपको परमतवादी. If you know yourself one, क्या होगा? If you know yourself, then बताओ क्या होगा?
Can you say the question?
Yes, Anit. जब आप अपने आप को जानोगे तो क्या होगा?
You'll attain moksha.
Sorry, can you speak it loud, because I have so much background noise, so I cannot listen.
You'll attain moksha.
Yes, तुम्हें सुख मिलेगा, मोह का नाश हो जाएगा। और अगर if you are doing the same mistake, तो आप क्या करोगे? You will be in a same cycle, in a same rat race. जो चूहों की दौड़ होती है ना, तुमने देखा है? तुमने देखा है वो हैमस्टर होता है, वो चूहा होता है, it's like a mouse, and he always been running in a wheel, right? How hard he will try to go and reach to the top of the wheel? Can he able to reach on the top of the wheel? No, he is constantly running and the wheel is constantly spinning. Same thing will be happening with you. You always been in a sansar. Okay, so sansar means sansaran, घूमते रहना। तो कहाँ कहाँ पे जाओगे? So there are the 4 places where you can go. Who knows those are the 4 names? Nikita.
You can go to hell, heaven, you can be an animal or a human.
Very good. Okay, So those are the 4 places where you can go, right? But there is a 5th one as well, which you can achieve it. For this one, you don't require any kind of the achievement. It's easy, and easily you can go in any one of those one. But for 5th one, because it's an achievement, so that will be staying permanently with you. This the 4 one, it's not staying permanently with you because it's not an achievement. It is just you are running it, chasing it, simple as it is. समझ में आया अर्नव? अचीवमेंट क्या है? What is achievement? What is the achievement? Hmm? मनीत, मनीत नहीं है, हैनित, sorry. What is the achievement?
Moksha.
Yes, to break the cycle of life and death, right? That is our achievement. As soon as, yes, moksha is a fine, because moksha is ultimately what is a moksha? Moksha is a breaking this cycle of life and death. That is the moksha. That is the achievement. Okay, and once you achieve it, you can keep it for ever. Okay, in 4 gatis, you are not achieving it, so that's why you cannot keep it any of your gatis. Okay, so now we are learning about leshyas. And what is the leshyas? Leshyas is your emotional state. I will simply say, okay, in which emotional state you are, and that is the leshya. I'm just talking about the simple language one. And there are the 6 kind. What are the 6 kind of those leshyas? Krishna, Nil, Kapot, Pit, Padma, and Shukla. So this will be starting from the darkest to the lightest one, and that is your state of the mind. Okay, so from the darkest to the lightest one. And what is the role of Leshya? Leshya का क्या रोल है? बताओ अर्नव, निकिता, हैनी, बताओ yes or no?
Leisure is basically like your mentality. So it says about your mentality, and the lower your intensity is of your mentality, the more like you have a higher chance of going to moksha because you have a better mentality. So that's like a increase of karma.
Okay, yes रिचा जी आप बताओ.
ये हमारी कषाय की इंटेंसिटी को बताती है कि मतलब हम कितने, हमारी थॉट्स कैसी हैं, और वो हमारे एक्शंस से भी पता लगता है.
सही है.
तो
सही है. सो इसका मेन यूज रहेगा कि हाँ हमारे मेंटल स्टेट कैसी है, हमें कैसे कर्म बंधेंगे, और हम क्या उसके बाद पाएंगे अल्टीमेटली. कि जब तक क्लेशियाज है तब तक हम संसार में ही है, और जब तक संसार में तब तक तो कोई ना कोई लेशिया अपने पास रहेगी. ठीक है, right? It is a simple spectrum where you can see, okay, yeah, this kind of the thoughts process you have, yep, and through that one you can decide where you can going to be. ठीक है, तो ये 6 ratios का explanations है. We are do not have enough time to go through those one, but this is we did it. We'll go to the stanza 3. तास भ्रमण की है बहु कथा, पे कहूँ कही मुनि जथा, काल अनंत निगोद मंजार बीत्यो एकेन्द्रिय तन धार. Now, Daulat Ramji will start with from where we have started our journey. Everyone, right? We all has started our journey through the Nigod. So Nigod में how much is the time we have spent in a Nigod? Infinite. Okay, infinite time we have spent in a Nigod. We already spent it out and we came. And on that time, what would be happen with us? We suffering is so much, right? निगोद के जीवों को जितना दुख है ना, उससे कई गुना कम दुख सातवीं नरक में है, सेवंथ हेल में. उससे कई गुना कम, उससे means very less. From that one, it's become very less pain in a seventh hell compared to the suffering that are the suffered by Nigodia Jews. Okay, and if you want to go again back to the Nigod one, so this is you do the same thing what you used to be doing it. So what we will be doing? तो ये तो बता रहे हैं कि तास भ्रमण की है बहु कथा. मैंने उसी को करते करते इतना घूम चुका. भ्रमण की है, और वो कथा स्टोरीज कितनी है? काफी लंबी है. But I am going to tell you in a very short. That is, I have listened from where? Through the Muni Maharaj. And whatever I have listened, I am not going to be modifying myself one. It will be the essence will be the same as I have learned it, listen it. Okay, through the Muni Maharaj. And then we're starting our story. बीत्यो एकेन्द्रिय तनधार. Okay, काल अनंत निगोद मंजार बीत्यो एकेन्द्रिय तनधार. We have spent an infinite time in a nigod, and then after from the nigod one, what would be happened? We got so much of those the punya, we become a one sense being. Okay, so one sense being hona, उसके लिए you need a lots and lots of those the punya. ठीक है? Now, and on that time in a nigod one, what we did it, right? How we spend our time. So it says, एक श्वास में 8-10 बार जन्म्यो मर्यो भर्यो दुख भार निकसी भूमि जल पावक भयो पवन प्रत्येक वनस्पति थयो. Okay, so in a one swas, in a one inhale. So what is in our jinagam, our one heartbeat is considered as a one swas. How much? The time? One heartbeat. Tak, tak. Okay, that's the one heartbeat is considered as a one swas. So into that timeline, okay, what we did it? We born, we spend our full life, and we died in between that time. And how many times we born, we spend our life, and we died. We completed that cycle 18 time in a one tak tak time, in a one heartbeat time. Okay, and so during that time, what we did? We suffer a lot. Okay, Janamyo, we born, we died, and we suffer a lot of suffering. Okay, and with a lots of our punya, what would be happened? मैं वहां से निकल गया, और फिर क्या हुआ? निकसी भूमि जल पावक भयो, और उसके बाद पवन एंड प्रत्येक वनस्पति हुआ. तो भूमि, so there are the 5 स्थावर जीव्स, right? So we can divide this the Jeev Rashis into a 2 section. One is a sthavar and another one is tras, right? So any one senses, they will be following in a category of the sthavars, and sthavars are five kind, and tras are also a five kind. Okay. So what are the thrust one? Thrust has a two sense and above one. Okay, two senses, three senses, four senses, five senses, and five senses with the mind. So those are the five kind of thrust jiv. And what are the five kinds of those sthavar jiv? So prithvi kai, then यहाँ पे जल काय means that the water, that whose body is of made of water, whose body is made of earth. Okay, and then Pavak means whose body is made of fire, whose body is made of air, and whose body is made of vegetation. So those are the five kinds of those the sthavar. Okay, and why it's called a sthavar? Because they usually stay at least their places. And those are, we already understand, so we are going it. This is a classifications of a Jew, how this the Jew is been classified, and our journey is from very first sections from the sansari to the liberated one. So that is our journey, and once we'll be liberated, then this classifications is irrelevant for us. Why? Because this classifications is of संसारी. ठीक है, तो उसमें बताया गया है मेजोरिटी अगेन दो क्लासिफिकेशन किए, स्थावर और त्रस के, और उसके बाद ही स्थावर के अंदर वनस्पति के अंदर भी दो क्लासिफिकेशन किए, प्रत्येक वनस्पति और साधारण वनस्पति. ओके, और साधारण वनस्पति में भी दो क्लासिफिकेशन किए, नित्य निगोद एंड इतर निगोद. ठीक है, और फिर त्रस के अंदर मैंने बताया था कि त्रस इज बेस्ड ऑन द सेंसेस, तो उसके अंदर फाइव सेंसेस के हमने 2, 3, 4 and 5 senses one, and then 5 senses with the mind. Those are the classifications in a thrust one. Okay, cool. और एक ले लेता हूं मैं. So this is the stanza 5. Okay, दुर्लभ लहि जो चिंतामणि, त्यों पर्याय लही त्रस तणी, लट पिपीलरियादि शरीर, धर धर मर्यो सही बहु पीर. So it is very, very difficult, okay, to become a two senses one. It's like almost like an impossible task, but we achieved it. Okay, we become a tras, और उसमें भी we started our journey from the two senses to the five senses. So this is Lat, Pipil, Ali. So Lat is a 2, Pipil is a 3, Ali is a 4 senses. Adi, we have, we got it all those the bodies, and then after even the what we did it. Dhar dhar Mario Sahi Pida. Okay, so that's the body, we getting it out, and even though then after we suffering a lot, and then how we did in a suffering we died. Okay, we died in a suffering. It means that we didn't even getting any kind of those happiness so far, and there is no any kind of the happiness in a birth and death, and we already know it, right, Nikita? बर्थ में हैप्पीनेस है कि नहीं है?
Well, kind of.
No, right? There is no
No,
happiness in a birth, right? And how about in a death?
there is no happiness.
Death, no happiness, correct? Right? Who would like to die? No one. Because there is not a happiness. And during that one, in between that the one, what we did it? In between that one, it's called our life, from the born to the death, and between that one, that the journey is we call a life. और उसमें भी क्या हुआ? कि उसमें भी मैंने I have suffered a lots of pain, suffering, right? So till that one, we did up to the 5 stanza, and the remaining stanza we can doing in the next Sunday, same class. Okay, any question for this one? No question? Yes, बताइए.
जैसे आपने बोला अभी 2 इंद्रिय से 3 इंद्रिय में, और ऐसे हम जाते हैं जैसे चिंतामणि के समान, ये जो हमें 2 इंद्रिय 3 इंद्रिय, तो ये कैसे कौन से कर्मास हो जाते हैं कि हम आगे बढ़ते जाते हैं और 5 इंद्रिय
पुण्य
तक
से,
आ जाते हैं?
पुण्य से.
पुण्य,
हाँ,
अच्छा, तो
पाप
वो
से डिक्रीज होगा, पुण्य से बढ़ेगा. यानी कि जो पाप से हम पाप करेंगे, ठीक है, तो पाप करके हम क्या करेंगे? Okay, Arnav, if you are doing a lots of pop, then where in the next birth, where are you going?
Hell.
Okay, और उससे भी ज्यादा पाप करोगे तो निकिता?
Knee goat.
Very good, right? और पुण्य करोगे तो?
You will be a human or an animal.
Yes, eventually you are increasing, right? Till the, and which one is the highest position?
Oh.
Human. पुण्य तुम्हें सबसे ज्यादा क्या दे सकता है? Human body. That is the highest one, and you are luckiest one. You have the highest punya compared to all other Jews. All humans are all human beings. ठीक है? So अभी now come to your answer. Ki okay, I understand that the punya is giving me these different kinds of the body from the 2 senses to the 5 senses, right? But then how I will earn those the punya? I
हाँ
did
वो
something. I did something, right? I did something, and that's how I earned the punya, right? So it's simple. However, our soul is a very active one. Okay, it has their own functions, is doing automatically. So they do the bhav janma and bhav maran. Okay, so what whenever we talking about the bhav one, it means that in a soul side one, what they do attachment, and in a attachment, but they are doing a two kind of those hatred and attachment kind of those the भाव करते हैं, वो राग और द्वेष करते रहते हैं, उसी से पुण्य बनते रहते हैं, पुण्य और पाप बनते रहते हैं, दोनों से ही दोनों बनते हैं. राग से भी पुण्य बंधेगा और पाप भी बंधेगा, और द्वेष से भी पुण्य बंधेगा और पाप बंधेगा. लेकिन पाप और पुण्य बनने का कारण राग द्वेष है. ठीक है, और राग द्वेष का कारण क्या है?
संसार, संसार में ही रहेंगे.
नहीं,
सॉरी,
राग द्वेष का कारण है.
पुण्य और पाप से संसार में रहेंगे.
हाँ, पुण्य पाप से संसार में रहेंगे, लेकिन राग द्वेष का कारण क्या है? कि भूल आपको
मत
परम मतवादी. ओके, अपने आप को भूलना ही राग द्वेष का मेन रीजन है. ठीक है, राइट. तो आप जितना भी पुण्य करोगे, रहोगे कहाँ पे? संसार में. जितना भी पाप करोगे, रहोगे कहाँ पे? संसार में. यानी कि यहाँ पे ये बताया गया है कि पुण्य और पाप जो है ना, वो सुख और दुख रूप नहीं है, वो दुख रूप ही है, सुख रूप बिल्कुल नहीं है. क्योंकि संसार में सुख कहीं नहीं है. देयर इज नो हैप्पीनेस इन संसार. दैट्स व्हाई पुण्य एंड पाप आर not make you happy. Okay, and that is what we're going to be learn in a first dal. We already started. समझ में आया? सिंपल है. We are making our life very simple. Okay, simple, short and beautiful. ठीक है ना? With lots of clarity, minimalizations. Okay, this is the whatever the minimum things I want to know. I will know it that much. That's it. Simple as. बाकी का burden लेना ही नहीं. हम्म? मजे की लाइफ जीनी है, right? ठीक है. Okay, so we'll be seeing you on next Sunday. But if your parents wants to join, so we have already started our stop this. So next Saturday we are keeping up at the same time. I think 11:30 will be good for you, which means 4:30 and 8:30 will be fine for you, Richaji. So for that one, I will be sharing you because the Saturdays the class is using the same kind of the other Zoom meeting. So I'll share you another Zoom meeting details that will be a free. Okay, whatever it will be free for on that day. And then we'll be deciding in a how we can move, but at least we are not breaking that the cycle for the stop dash. So if stop dash का उसमें रहेगा. और बाकी का whoever is living in a US one, we have also another each of this class is always been running on Monday, yani tomorrow. Same Zoom link from 8 to 9 Monday. Right? Whatever right now we have using this the Zoom link for this the class, the same Zoom link. Zoom link will not change for the Mondays each of this class. If you want to join or your parents wants to join, they are happy to join it. All right. चलिए तो विद द मंगलाचरण क्या अब हम बोलेंगे निज की निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है इसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना शत बार है वंदना शत बार है जय जिनेन्द्र see you in a next class bye
जय श्री
जय
Definitely.
जिनेन्द्र
Thank you.